Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Detroit Lions.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll set up to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Lions will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner, and he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Second and long. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. They'll set up a throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So it's third and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Point after try forthcoming. put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
6 yards left on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On play action, they'll throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. "43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Well, you can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And there's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been
now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the 2nd quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
Yeah, they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. Second and 9 now. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43.
That's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Fights through him. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Here comes the Lions punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out come the Steelers. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Not much there, only a yard. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Quickly here, and that's complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down, and that is incomplete here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fake here, direct snap to the up man, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 1. And he will find his man on the outside. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage, because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off, and then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth, because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
On now comes the Lion offense. They'll be asked to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. Detroit's offense ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Second and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. He's going to keep this again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
It's fielded at the 45. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards.
And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is up to 5. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Decision there, no one open, he just throws it away, and that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
A spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. But that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Lions use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point forthcoming. And that makes it a 9-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a throw here to his running back. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Loss of 14 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. onside kick is right there. It's good, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Pressure too strong. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down. And after that, the air just went right out of the balloon. And you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And this is incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.